Welcome back. Today, Austin's LGBT Chamber is celebrating 25 years of working towards equality and inclusion in Austin business. The Chamber fights for and celebrates locally owned LGBTQ+ businesses. And tonight, they will honor some of those storefronts with an award ceremony. And speaking at the event is a renowned super yacht captain with over 30 years of international maritime experience, also best known as the star of the hit reality series Below Deck Mediterranean, Captain Sandy Yawn, who joins us now. Captain,
Thank
welcome.
you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
We are so excited to have you on. Very excited. Now, for those who don't know, you have achieved the highest status in a male-dominated industry, super yachting, where a female captain, that's a rarity. And I'm sure the journey to that wasn't always easy. And I wanted to first ask you, was there any point in your career where you kind of realized, had that wow moment as to, wow, I might have to work a little bit harder than my male counterpart?
Every day at work. Honestly, it's something that's very exciting to me, but at the same time challenging, which actually is a good thing, because why not be challenged? Male-dominated industry, I don't know. I don't think of it that way. I just think I love being a yacht captain. Nothing's going to get in my way, and if it does, I'm going to navigate the obstacles to get to my final destination, and that is to deliver the best experience ever for my client.
Nice. Now, for those who may have not watched Below Deck Mediterranean, I'm a big fan myself. I'm binging it all the time, but you're leading a whole crew. Interior, exterior, you have guests on board. Yeah. You are that leader. I'm sure that has to be a little bit difficult. How can you do that with such positivity and poise on the
self-leadership? So my book is about self-leadership, leadership through storytelling, and I had to learn the art of self-leadership. I had to check myself first, leave my ego at the door, and then go out and lead a team, because I knew my ultimate goal is to provide the level of service, but empower my crew to make them want to do an excellent job. Yeah. And that is investing in your team, but checking myself first, making sure that I'm a fit, whole person, mentally, physically, when I walk out the door, to lead them. And that's so important, because you can't be a mess and go out and try to lead messes. You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
You gotta like rope them in, because you've seen my crew. Yeah. They are not always thinking, you know, they think sometimes it's just a party when it's not.
When it's not. It's work too.
It's work.
Work hard, play hard.
Yes.
Yeah, and I want to talk about your book. This is coming out in January. It's called Be the Calm or Be the Storm, Leadership Lessons from a Woman at the Helm. What inspired you to begin writing this book? We talked a little bit about it. It wasn't the easiest process, right? Did it come with some surprises writing a book? Yes,
the fans. So the fans are the reason I wrote this book. I had so many fans ask me, will you please write a book on leadership? But you know, I'm not the typical textbook person, so I decided to find a collaborator, work with the collaborator, because I am not a skilled writer. And we spent 3 years. 3 years. It is the most challenging, exhausting, rewarding experience I've ever done in my life.
Wow. Wow. Now, the last thing I wanted to ask you really quick, I read an excerpt of your book earlier, and you talked a little bit about a health scare you had. It was a heart attack, and it took a while for you, some years, to talk about it publicly, but why did you feel that was important?
You know, honestly, when it's like the pump stops in the boat, you know, like I think the engine just stops running, I thought I was going to die, and I couldn't talk about it because the experience, I just kept reliving it. So I think it's important to talk about it, because women especially ignore the signs, which I did. Thank God that I had heard a speaker, Dr. Tiffany Sizemore in Florida, talk about the signs for women. And I had a pain in I couldn't swallow. Oh. It was weird. It wasn't like a chest pain like a man. It was, I just couldn't swallow, and I remember thinking, my heart rate's not going down. I was in Soul Cycle. Oh. I didn't want to disturb the class. Yeah. Who thinks like that?
Right.
And it's important to disturb the class, walk out, call 911, but I called an Uber because I didn't want to be seen getting into an ambulance out of Soul Cycle.
Yeah.
So the ego, again, check it at the door. You know, make sure that you're watching your numbers, get your blood pressure, check your numbers, your cholesterol levels. Like, I was fine, to be honest. I had started taking a medication, and it was a result of a medication. So I had what's called SCAD, spontaneous coronary artery dissection, which is rare.
Wow. Yeah.
It's like a tire on a car, it blows out. So I had an artery tear. and the blood built up, and that's why I had a heart attack.